Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me go set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So it's 6:20. We got about 10 minutes till market open. We do have a ton of news this morning as well, so something to keep in mind. Let me just go and get this set up here. All right. So the YouTube is kind of delayed right now. So I'm just trying to get everything uploaded and we should be good to go. All right, let me just send this link out as well to the premium members. All right. There we go. All right. There we go with the link out there. I'm gonna start letting people in. All right, let me just finish setting up this YouTube real quick. All right, 6:22. We got about 8 minutes till market open. Just finish setting this up right here. Oh, that's weird. There, I'll send the link out like this. All right, cool. Everybody into the room right now. Let's get this link sent out. There we go. All right. Good to go. All right, guys, looks like we're good to go. I'm just going to post this link up to the rest of the groups and we should be ready to get started. All right, 6:23. So we got about 7 minutes till market open. Let me go and check out the technical bias here for US 30. So let me just let everybody into the room real quick. I'm still making their way in. All right, cool. We get a few more seconds right here. Morning, Van Hartwig. Morning, Clyde. Morning, Miles. Morning, Essa. Morning, Maria. Morning, Justin. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Adrian. Morning, David. Morning, Brandy. Yeah, happy Thursday. Definitely almost end of the week. Morning, Brian. Morning, Rav. Morning, Peter. Morning, Christopher. Morning, Al. Morning, Quentin. Morning, Aaron. Morning, Greg. Morning, Matt. Morning, Abraham. Morning, everybody. So let's get this started. We got about 7 minutes till market open. Looking over here on the 1 hour, we have a bullish bias, and the reason for that is because price is above the pivots. The trend meter is currently blue right now, but it looks like it's starting to shift to the upside. Looking over here on the 10-minute, same situation. Price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green. Looking over here at the 3-minute, same situation. Price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green. Lastly, here on the 1 minute, price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over at the fundamentals, price is currently bullish right now. It's bullish 105 points in the green. So it's looking really good right now for a buy. Lastly, looking at retail sentiment, it's currently 60% short. So I definitely it looks like it's going to keep shooting up even higher. On top of all of that, we can go over and check out the news this morning to see if there was anything that was released. I think there was. So today's Thursday. This morning, they released the unemployment claims. It was pretty neutral, nothing too serious there. With regard to that information, later at 10 today, we have Fed member Bostic speaking. So we have two Fed members speaking, Fed member Bostic and Fed member Daly. Other than that, we have USD factory orders at 7, and we have natural gas storage at 7:30, which shouldn't be too highly effective. The main things are just going to be that the Fed's speaking today. So we could have one or two things happen today. Either the market's going to be really slow or it's going to be really fast. The reason why it would be slow is because a lot of people are just sitting out the day since we have two Fed members speaking later in the not afternoon, in the morning. So it's 6:25 right now. The first Fed member speaks at 10, so that's in less than 4 hours. Generally, if people are too worried about what the Fed's going to say, they usually just sit out the market. So we could have one or two different types of markets today. It'll either be really fast or it'll be really slow. it's probably not gonna, it might be down the middle, but for the most part, I think it's probably just going to be, so this is what I mean about it being fast. It's either going to be moving directional, or it's going to move slightly directional and then just range, right? So two different types of markets today. And the reason for that is because the news this morning was neutral. So there's not really going to be much movement based off the news, since this didn't really push it very far. The main thing is probably just going to be people who are worried about the Fed speaking later at 10 o'clock today. So a couple different things to look at. But let me just get everybody into the room. We're looking for a bullish bias. So we have a bullish bias here on the technical side. We also have a bullish bias over here on the fundamental side. On top of that, to top it off, we have retail sentiment short. So everything's pointing towards a buy. Technicals point towards a buy. Fundamentals point towards a buy, and retail traders are short. So this is perfect. It's just perfect buy situation right here. We just need to wait for the market to open. I'm not going to take any trades yet, because on market open, you guys have seen how like price can be easily manipulated just to to lure into more sellers. So what I probably think is going to happen on open, it's 627 right now. So in the next 3 minutes, market's going to open. What I think might happen is they might drop price slightly. They'll drop it slightly, just try to stack on some more sellers. And then when you least expect it, it's going to shoot right back up. And that's only if the fundamentals follow on open. So when the market opens, the fundamentals, if they stay green, then I'm expecting some sort of pullback or a spike to the downside and then a shoot right back up. If they're trying to manipulate price. If they're not trying to manipulate price, and it's just going to be a straight shoot to the upside. But it's been overextended. So you guys can see right here, the reason why I think it's going to drop is because from London open right here, it's been going up, right? So London market open right here at London, bullish move, a bit of a pullback right there, consolidation, and then another bullish move right here. So that's exactly what I see happening right here again, right? Same exact pattern, bullish move, drop back down, maybe some consolidation, and then a shoot back up, just like what happened right here. Push up from midnight, which is London open. So London open up until for an hour, retracement, hard retracement down, ranging, and then a big bullish push back to the upside. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. I mean, if anything, it might just keep shooting up. We really don't know. It just depends on like how badly they want to manipulate price, because there are a lot of short sellers here. So, I mean, in order for them to make more money, they need to keep adding more sellers to the market. So if they keep adding more sellers and this goes up to like 65, 75%, when they spike it up later, it's going to be even a bigger profit for them, for the market makers and institutions who I'm referring to. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of minutes. Market's opening in about 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then we can determine what are you going to do from there. All right, let me check this real quick. Morning, Abraham. Morning, Taryn. Morning, Matthew. Morning, David. Morning, RJ. Morning, Sam. Morning, Gak. Morning, Rista. Morning, Kenny. Morning, everybody. So like I mentioned, market's opening in about 1 minute. Once the market opens, we'll confirm the fundamental bias. If the fundamental bias is still bullish, then we're going to take the buy. However, we're going to need to wait for that confirmation of a strong bullish candle, meaning a big green candle like this with little to no wick on top. That's what we're going to be looking for. There's a wick on top. We're probably not going to take it just yet. All right, so let's see. We got about 30 seconds. That's pretty bullish to me. All right, 20 seconds. Over to these fundamentals. Morning, Delmas. All right, let's see. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market's open. All right, so let's see what happens here. Strong bullish push to the upside. That's cool. It's kind of what we're looking for anyways. Let me refresh the fundamentals over here. It's still unchanged. Now it's up 131 points. So it's going to be very bullish today. You guys can see, obviously, really, really strong push to the upside. Looking at the stock index right here, the entire stock index is green. So it's looking really good. I'm tempted to take a speculative buy right now, but I kind of don't want to as well, because I feel like with so much green right there, there's going to be some sort of manipulation, right? Whenever the market's so one-sided like that, you can just tell that the market's going to be manipulated at some point. And there's a huge wick right here. So this is why I'm not going to take it just yet. The entire Dow 30 index is completely green. So there's no reason for it not to continue pushing up. Maybe I'll take like a speculative buy, but let me see if I'll take out the smaller lot size. Let me see how big this move is right here. It's actually way too big. Yeah, I'm not going to take it yet. See this right here? This is like clear manipulation because you can see that the entire index is green, but you can see prices coming down heavily. This is why I don't take the trade until I have that confirmation. This is why I don't take it when there's a huge wick right here. Because if you did, you would have been screwed, right? Because now you're in some heavy drawdown. If you caught this little trap right here, you'd be in some massive drawdown, almost 400 pips now. So no entry yet, but we are looking for a buy. So just keep that in mind. All right, see, entire index is green, but you see that big pullback to the downside right there. It's typical. That's why you guys got to be careful when the thing's like super one-sided. Right here, it's up 134 points. So our bias is bullish, even right here. So I do think, well, I do see this coming right back up. Looks like it's kind of frozen right now. Let me check mine. Yeah, that's weird. I think my screen, I think TradingView is frozen. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is a breakout right here, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna take it, guys, because my data keeps freezing right here. I don't want to take it if it keeps freezing like that. Yeah, so my MT4 is working now. So let's see. So it's testing my MT4 to see if it's working. So I actually hopped into this trade here. This is going to be a risky trade. If you guys want to take this breakout right here, it's risky because of how the market's moving, but I'm currently in the position. So if you want to take it, I'm going to be setting alerts here at TP1, TP2. All right, TP1 is going to be 250. If you guys want to wait to take the entry, you guys can. But I'm currently in it. I try to take a test position. I ended up taking the actual position. So set these up right here. I might just pull out though. We'll see. But I do think it's gonna be bullish. You know, the reason for it to be bullish is because the entire index right here is completely green. Yeah, the entire index right here is completely green, but the main reason why it's like risky because price is obviously being manipulated on open right here because it is super green. You can see right here it's up 138 points. This is completely green. The retail sentiment is short, so I do think it's eventually going to go up. I don't know how long I'm going to hold a position though. If I pull out, I'll let you guys know, because the thing is I don't like pulling it. I don't like holding on to a position when it's been overextended like this. It's just been overextended for too long. So and I was trying to enter this with the smaller lot size. I ended up taking with the actual lot size on accident, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So I'll just hold on to it, and I think I'm going to pull out and then maybe re-enter a little later for a discount as it comes back, if it does come back down, or if it doesn't, who knows. Yeah, we'll be following it. Let me see if there's anything else over here that we can take. Let me just turn on my alerts so we can follow some possible scalp entries here if they come up. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in position now. That was my bad. I was trying to, the thing was frozen. Did you guys hear that? Sorry, let me see if I can move it. Yeah, I shouldn't have entered the position right there. It was an accidental enter, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna hold on to it because I do think it's gonna come back up. The reason for it to come back up is because the fundamentals here are pretty green. You can see it's up 130 points or 114 points. The actual index here is pretty green as well. And the retail sentiment is short. So those are the main things that I'm looking at to confirm that it's still going to swing back up. I just got to hold on for the ride. So hopefully you guys didn't enter the position yet. Like I was mentioning earlier, that was a bit of a accident because I was just checking to see if MT4 was working, which it is. It's just TradingView here was kind of laggy, but you can see right there, price is starting to swing right back up. As soon as price does swing back up, though, I'm going to be moving my stop loss in profit. So let me just see this real quick. All right, so I entered 35. 4. Yeah, so as soon as price swings up, I'm going to move my stop loss in profit because I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable with the position like this unless we get another buy signal. So say for example, we get a buy signal right here, then I'll probably just hold on to it. But I do plan on moving my stop loss in profit. There you go, as it swings back into profit right here. I'll just put the requirements here. This is going to be the K2 US 30 1 minute pivot scalp strategy. For one, confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. 2, confirm price is above K2 pivots 3 and 4 for a buy or below for a sell. Enter on the open of the following candle. And 4, TP stop loss at 100, 300. So this is the scalp strategy that we're looking for here. We're looking for a possible buy signal to come up to provide for an actual entry. This here would have been the breakout, but like I mentioned, it was a risky entry because of how overextended it is. Obviously, you can see right here, it's been pushing up for a long time since London session. So it's just about due for a retracement or so. And that's why I wanted to hold off, but unfortunately, I accidentally entered the trade because my trading view froze and I wanted to see if MT4 is frozen too. So same strategy there. Looking over here, we'll be looking for the snipe. So this is going to be the K2 US 30 10-minute snipe strategy. And for this, we're going to confirm a wick rejection off any K2 pivot. 2, confirm a wick rejection off K2 SAR zone. 3, confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot does not touch candle body. 4, confirm direction of momentum. Yeah, every time someone joins the room, it freezes my screen. Momentum using K2 momentum indicator. And then lastly, enter on the open of the following candle. Lastly, fixed TP stop loss, 500 pips. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the 3 strategies that we're going to be looking for here. We're going to be looking for this snipe on the 10-minute. 3-minute, we're looking for a possible retracement down here, and then a swing back up. And then lastly, here on the 1-minute, same thing. We're looking for a buy signal here to stack onto the current breakout entry right here, because technically this would be the breakout entry. It's just risky because it's been super overextended right here. And generally when it's overextended like that, it has to retrace back down. However, I do think it's going to swing back up. And the reason for that is because the fundamentals are very strong in the green. So looking at this over here, the fundamentals are still up about 115 points. Also, retail sentiment is short. So as long as retail sentiment is short, we're going to be trading opposite of where they're going, which is a buy. And that's kind of what we're waiting for here. So hopefully you guys enter this breakout here. This breakout was only marked up because I was going to, like we did yesterday. So yesterday we didn't take the breakout, but I marked it up and it still hit TP, but we did take the snipes or scalps that happened right after it. But if you did, some of you guys did take the breakout yesterday and you made double profit because you took the breakout plus you took the scalps right after. But I'm gonna hold on to it and then we'll see what happens from here. So let's see. Yeah, let's check the other indexes because Duggan just said S&P is up 0.34%. US 30 should pop soon. I think so too. So looking at this right here, let me just refresh it. Yeah, all of the indexes are green. So Dow Jones is up 104. S&P is up 16 points. NASDAQ's up 57 points. Russell 2K is up 13 points. So everything's pretty bullish today. It's just like I mentioned, when it's overextended like that, it has to retrace a little bit before it swings back up. However, it does look like everything's pointing towards the upside. You can see right there, big green candle. So I'm not really too worried. With the position that I took, I'm probably going to hold on to it a little longer. Like even if it drops, lower to where it is right here, I'll probably hold on to it because I do think it's going to swing back up with time. And you can see right there, it's starting to swing back up just like I marked up. So I marked up here, the bullish push, retracement down, and then a swing back up. And right here, you can see this candle starting to push up higher. Hey, Bobby, morning. Morning, Riga. Morning, Joseph. Morning, everybody. It's just a matter of being patient because a lot of people would freak out if they saw it drop down like that. But the reason why we're holding on to it is because we know that it's going to swing back up, with time. So now it's just a waiting game. 6:40 right now. Let me see if there's any news coming up. I think there's news at 7. Yeah, we do have some news right here. You got US factory orders, natural gas storage, and then Fed speaks at 10. Pretty much all afternoon or all morning into the afternoon. And then we go as it swings right back up, right back into profit. So I'm just looking for that buy signal because if we have that buy signal, I'm just going to hold on to it and then we can add on. Well, I'm not going to add on a position, but I'm just going to hold on to it and let it run because we currently have one running anyways. I was just hoping that it was going to be a lot higher so that I could technically get in at a discount, but I mean, it's all good. If it doesn't happen, and it doesn't happen. Let me let people into the room real quick. Yeah, still no buy signal. You can see prices just, I mean, it's obviously being manipulated right now because it just keeps going back and forth. It goes down, comes back to entry, comes back down, back to entry. Because it looks like they're still trying to trap some more sellers in here. The reason for that is because the higher that this number goes, like right now it's at 61%. When we entered the market, it was at like at 58%, I think. So when the number increases right here, the bigger payout they get when they spike price up, right? Because if there's more people short and they spike price up super heavy, then that's when a lot of people get stopped out and that's how they make money. And by them, I mean the market makers and institutions, because generally they trade the opposite of retail traders. These are all pretty much trading set up. And the reason why I see that is because the fundamentals are still pretty green. Up 118 points. Futures data is up 144 points. I mean, it's up pretty heavily. Everything's pointing towards the upside. Looking at the actual stock index over here, this thing is entirely green. So, you know, if you look at a stock index, pretty much the Dow 30 is a combination of all these stocks, right? So if all these stocks are green, where do you think price is supposed to go? Price is supposed to go up, right? But currently right now it's coming down. And the reason for that is because a lot of people don't know how to look at the actual index to see how it's actually moving. A lot of people just trade directly off technicals. So if they see this right here where it's coming down, people would like chase the sell, right? But if you tie in the fundamentals, you're like, okay, if the index is completely green, it has to go up. There's like no reason for it to not go up because like right here, if you look at the red stocks, Intel is only down 0.11 points, right? Verizon right here, this could cover that. So this is up plus, you know, about a point. So if you just match these together, it would technically be green overall, right? Looking at JP Morgan, it's down 0.15. Looking at IBM, it's up 0.18. So these two right here would cover these two stocks. Visa right here is down 0.46. You can see pretty much one of these stocks will cover all of these red stocks. And then overall, they'll be in the green. That's why this overall number right here is currently 121 points because majority of the stocks are green. So that's why I'm not really too worried about this position. But I'm hoping that a lot of you guys aren't in it because, you know, I entered a little too early. If you waited for the actual scalp, so like say, for example, if it comes down here and then you get a buy signal right over here, right? If that happens where you get a buy signal right here, then you'll basically be getting in for a discount because your entry would be down here instead of being up here. Because if you enter from right here, you'll be in drawdown. But if you enter from down here when you get a buy signal, then you'll technically make a discount of about 200 pips, and then you can go even higher for about 300 pips moving for the entire move. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I made the mistake by entering this trade, but it's okay. You know, it happens. Sometimes like when the market's not moving or if your screen gets frozen, I accidentally click on buttons and then I get into position, but it's all good. Good morning, Joe. All right, cool. So we're just waiting at this point, guys. I don't recommend anyone enter just yet. You know, just wait for these requirements here to be filled. I'm currently in the position, but I don't recommend anyone just hop in like just right now. And you can see how price is moving, right? So from the open, I mentioned that, here, let's go to a clean chart so I can show you what I was talking about earlier. Because the Fed's speaking today, I was mentioning that price will do one of two things. It'll either be, and there you go, as it shoots, damn, that thing's pushing up now. I'm gonna do my stop loss and profit. All right, my stop loss is in profit now. So if it comes down, it triggers it, whatever. If it hits, oh shit, I'm up like 2,000 right now. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it a little bit. If it reaches TP1 over here, I might just pull out, to be honest. Or if we don't get this buy signal here that closes, but I already have my stop loss in profit, so it doesn't matter. Regardless, I already made profit off this trade. Come on, I should go higher. So close to my stop loss. Why? No, 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 keep going. There we go. As it shoots up. It's doing exactly what I said, right? It said it's gonna shoot up at some point. There we go. Um, there we go. I'm in profit about 2,000, close to 3,000. Uh, I'm debating if I should move my stop loss closer. That's the thing. But yeah, it did exactly what we thought right here, right? It played out and shot up to where it was supposed to go. Because the fundamentals are leading, guys. This is why I always look at fundamentals first. Because no matter what the technicals do here, you're going to get trapped if you just follow technicals. If you tie with the fundamentals, you won't be afraid because you're like, oh, this thing's going to come right back up. And look what happened, right back up. Yeah, I'm tempted to move my stop loss closer, but I don't want to get stopped out too early. That's whatever. I'm just gonna let it run. If it triggers my stop loss, that's gonna trigger it. This thing is like it's like an extreme sport, huh? It's like if you guys look at my screen over here, it's let me see if I can send it to you guys. Yeah, so if you look at my let me see this over here real quick. Yeah, if you guys look at my screen right here, this right here, my stop loss is in profit right here. It's so close. Like I want to move my stop loss closer. I want to just close out in profit because I'm already in profit at 890. But I was hoping it was going to swing back up. If it triggers it, it triggers it. I need profit regardless. Let's see. Whatever. It is what it is. I gotta stop that in profit. It's all good. Fuck it. So I'll just hop back in if we do get another entry. Unfortunately, I didn't close it earlier when I was like 3,000 in profit, but I still locked in 290. So it's yeah, it sucks. I mean, it was quick though. So I can't really complain because I made profit off it, but you know, everything that I marked up here, it did exactly what I said, right? So it came up, prices manipulated downwards to trap more sellers, and then it shot all the way back up. You know, the reason I know that's because I looked at the fundamentals over here. As you guys saw, the entire index was green, but price was coming down. So it's like, does that make any sense to you guys? Like why price would come down, let's see, about 400 pips for no reason. And then it shoots all the way back up because the fundamentals here are leading. So I made a little bit of profit off that. Unfortunately, I didn't close it earlier. I probably should have just closed it because I knew market was going to be moving weird. But yeah, if you guys tie everything together, you know, the technicals, the fundamentals plus retail sentiment, you know, this was like a clear shoot to the upside. And that's why I stayed into the position. So I, let me just send you guys what I mean. I didn't make that much because unfortunately, it came right back down. I moved my stop loss in profit. So profit's profit, guys. Like if you guys ever make profit off stuff like this, and the market's moving like this, if you can make profit during a, you know, market conditions like this, then you know, it can make a huge difference in your trading. So let me just send you guys a screenshot of my profit. Sorry, man, I'm drinking like an energy drink. It's getting me all jittery. All right. There we go. So I'll probably be looking for another entry if we get one, but the way that the market's moving right now, I probably don't want to enter any more trades because there's just a lot of manipulation going on. Obviously, you can see if you guys have been following me from the beginning of the session till now, you guys would see that everything that I mentioned, all the manipulation that I said was going to happen, right? And I only know that because I've been trading this for like so long. So like looking at my profits right here, I made 290 off this, and then I made 290 off my other account. So this is my main account. That's why it has the red right here, because I put my stop loss in profit. And when it came down, it triggered my stop loss in profit. So I made 290 off this. And this is my copy right here for 290 as well. So yeah, CJ said that was intense, bro. Good work. No, exactly, right? And that's what I was talking about earlier, guys. So if you guys know what you're doing, you won't be scared when you go in a drawdown like this because everything was pointing towards the upside. Like I wasn't even looking at the technicals. I was looking straight at fundamentals over here. And I saw that everything was pointing towards the upside. You know, retail sentiment was short. All the stocks were green. So I was like, okay, it's going to shoot back up. So I wasn't too worried. But the problem is when a lot of people don't understand how to how to like use everything together, they get scared and they pull out of the position. So like, for example, if you pulled out right here, you would have taken a fat loss, right? But if you would have waited for it to swing back up, you would have made your profit right back in. And I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I said, when price comes up, I'm going to move my stop loss in profit. And I did. I moved my stop loss in profit right here to be safe. And then as soon as it came back down, it pulled me out in profit. So, it's important that you guys understand what we're doing here and you guys understand like the whole thought process behind things so that you guys don't fall into these traps, sometime in the future. So, other than that, let me see what else we did over here. So let's see. Yeah, Justin said big push. Abraham said trusted Shawn and they held. Duggan said boom, SP 500 pushing up. Yeah, no, exactly. Dean said Ella, that straight shot up was a pure manipulation. You can't make that shit up. I'm glad we got out in profit. Yeah, no, exactly. Me too. I'm glad I got out with profit too. If I didn't move my stop loss in profit, I'd still be trapped in this position. Let's see, Stanley's still in it. So let me see what else we got over here. Here, Sam, let me check real quick. So the entire, like, here, let me see. It still looks pretty bullish to me. So looking at the 3-minute, it's still bullish. You can bounce off this pivot. Looking over here on the 10-minute, same situation. It can still probably bounce off this pivot. Let me check the fundamentals real quick. So the problem here, Stanley, is that you're still in the position. And the thing is, it's supposed to be bullish because you can see the entire index is still green, right? The whole index right here is green. Looking at the overall average, well, this is the average for the day. It's 107 points in the green. Looking at the futures data over here, it's 125 points in the green. And lastly, the retail sentiment is short. So I do think eventually it's going to swing back up, but it's just going to be a matter of time. So I'm not in this position anymore. I'm going to just delete this so I don't get stuck in this, or I don't get confused with, I'll leave that, never mind. Yeah, so I took mine off so I don't get confused with like what's going on the chart. But currently right now, it still looks like it's going to swing back up. It's just going to be a matter of time. But, we don't know exactly when that's going to happen because the market's obviously being manipulated. You can see from the index here, it's supposed to go up, but for whatever reason, it's coming down. And it's not the type of market that I want to be trading in because just of, everything I've discussed earlier. So let me see. Al over here is asking, how do you have 4 pivots on the 10-minute time frame and 2 minutes on the 3-minute? So Al, if you want to change your settings right here, so on the 10-minute, I have 4 pivots. If you want to turn them off, just go over here to your settings, go to K² Pivot, the settings button, and then you can turn off 1 and 2, and then it'll show up like that. The only reason I keep it on the 10 is because this strategy utilizes all of the pivots. For the 3-minute, we only use 2 pivots, and for the 1-minute, we only use 2 pivots as well. So you can remove them if you like. See, yeah, Brian said news in 7 minutes. Yeah, so we got news coming up shortly. Let me see. I don't know how I don't know how much it'll affect the market, but we'll see. Hopefully it pushes up to the upside for like some people who are still in the trade, like Stanley. If you're still in the position, I'm hoping it shoots up from this point here. But I do think it's going to come right back, Stanley. So I'd probably just hold on to it. For your stop loss, I'd probably put your stop loss. Depending on how big of what lot size did you use, Stanley? Did you use a normal lot size or did you use something lighter? Because the thing is, if you use the normal lot size, you're probably not going to have much leeway. Your stop loss would have been right here on 500. If you can push it back to maybe 750, like down here, I think this would be solid. If you can hold on for this long, I mean, it depends on how big of a lot size you took, right? If you took a half lot size, you can hold on even longer down here. But I would definitely have it somewhere, below this London high over here. Because what might happen is if price continues to push down slightly, what could happen is it could just reject off this London high and then skyrocket. Or it can just skyrocket from here. Who really knows, right? We really don't know yet. And this is why I don't like trading in market conditions like this, because I like to know what's going on. Like I like to know 100% where price is going to be going. However, from today, we already saw that price is being manipulated right here. And you know, with that said, it's going to be hard to really determine because price might not be going to where it's supposed to go yet. But you can see right here, the index is still up 100 points. So with the index still up 100 points, the retail sentiment right here adding, so it's actually looking better for you, Stanley. So you can see right here, the retail traders are entering into short, right? So a lot of these people are getting trapped into the position. So looking at this right here, this is just a trap that's being set up. If I delete all this stuff right here, let me just delete this. See, at this point now, this is where I would be drawing some liquidity zones. So you guys remember the other strategies that I've used before. This is where I start to draw liquidity zones because now price is starting to be manipulated to the downside. Price is supposed to be going up, but it's currently being manipulated. So just draw some liquidity zones right here. So what I see happening here, guys, is this might, if they continue to trap more sellers, they're just going to keep bringing it down slightly like this. And what I'm seeing is if people are entering sells at this point, their stop loss is going to be somewhere above this area right here. So Stanley, if you're paying attention to this right here, when price reaches this point over here, it'll probably skyrocket from there because all these stop losses are going to get triggered and it's going to be a little bit of a stop loss hunt. So that's what I see happening right here. If you've been following, I don't know if you've been around during that time, Stanley, when price was heavily one directional, and then we started drawing these liquidity zones, and then price would end up like shooting, the other direction. So I think it should be fine as long as you can hold it a little bit longer. I'm not sure like what the lot size you took or like, how much risk you're taking. Because if you're taking like a 1 to 2% risk, you can probably hold on to it a little bit longer. If not, then, it might be a little risky because you just don't want to get close to your max loss, depending if you're trading FTMO or if you're trading your personal account. So let's see. Yeah, Billy said I saw an order block to the left, took a sell limit, just something to consider. Yeah, no, definitely. So that's kind of what I see right here, guys. So like basically, Stanley, what I'd be looking for right now for you personally, I'd be waiting for price to swing above here. If price swings above here and closes, then I think you'll be in the safe because at that point, I think price is going to start shooting up. But it has to close above this area right here. Looking over here at the sentiment just keeps adding up. So it's 63% short right now. As this number continues to grow, like goes to 64, 65, 67, 70, once it grows really high, then you can expect some really big pushes to the upside because then they're going to go on a real stop loss hunt. But as price continues to drop lower, I'll draw some more liquidity zones for you. Scroll down a little bit. Vincent's asking, how can I make my zones colored like yours on the 10 minutes? So yeah, Vincent. So looking at this over here, let me show you. If you're talking about these zones right here, just go to the rectangle tool right here. And then you can draw a rectangle. Generally, if you don't have your settings set up properly, you just go over here to your style. And normally it'll look like that. It'll just look like a regular rectangle, right? If you wanted to extend across a chart, click on this to the right and click on this to the left. If you want to change the color, you can just go over here and change the color from whichever color you like. I like red because it kind of just stands out, but it's really up to your preference how you want to color it. All right, other than that, let me see. Oh, so you kind of over leverage on this, huh, Stanley? Because Stanley, you said you took 4, but you usually do 2. So that's one thing that you guys got to keep in mind. You guys can't over leverage. If you guys usually use one lot size, stick to that lot size. You guys should never over leverage over like what you're doing. Stanley, what account size do you have? I could probably calculate it for you to see exactly where, or if you can tell me what your max daily loss is, we can, I can do the math for you. It's not that difficult. So if you can give me your max daily loss, I can tell you how long you can hold it for. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you're at 100K. So you're at 100K. Your max daily loss is about 5,000, right? So you took a 4 lot times 500. There you go. So Stanley, it's pushing right back up. You might be fine right here. If it pushes above here, you might get it. But let me just do the math for you again. So let's see, 4 times 750. So you're kind of pushing it. If you get below there, you're kind of pushing it. So I mean, if this is the only trade that you want to take for the day, like if you're okay to just hold this like until it comes right back up, I mean, you should be fine because you, if you entered right here, let me see. So if you entered like where we marked it up earlier, which was slightly below it. So if you're, and I'll just show you like where price currently is. So like if you're going for 500 pips, your risk for that would be 2,000 right here, right? If you go down to 750, which is, you know, where you probably have it. If you go down to 750 right here, you'd be risking 3,000. If you go down to 1,000 over here, this would be the farthest you could like handle. So if you plan on holding on to it, this would be the farthest you can go right here. If you get to this point, you have to call it a day. If you lose the trade all the way down here, you know, depending on how long you want to hold on to it. If you hold on to it all the way down here, Steve, Stanley, sorry, Stanley. If you hold it all the way down here, you're going to be risking about 4,000. So I'm not sure if you had any losses before this trade or if you had any positive, you know, profits before this trade. But if you hold it down to this right here, 100 pip or 1,000 pips, you're going to be risking 4,000. So if you do that, you got to call it a day because you can't reach your max loss, right? Your max loss is 5,000. So this is the farthest you could hold it. If you want to be on the safer side, you probably want to hold it to here, 750 pips. But I think the main key here is just going to be holding on because you have, I mean, everything is still pointing towards the upside. You know, looking over here, the index is starting to get weaker, but it's still pretty bullish. So let's see. Yeah, it's still pretty bullish. You can see right here, the like majority of the stocks are still green. So I do think it's going to swing back up. It's just, you know, it's going to be a matter of time. So yeah, exactly. I mean, if I was in your position, I would just hold on to it, Stanley, because I do think it's going to come right back up. So if I don't know, like how many, like I have no idea how many, like how many trades you took before this, but these are going to be the two areas where you probably want. So if you want to be safer, be here. But if you're okay with getting to like close to your max drawdown, this would be your area right here. And I don't usually recommend this, but I'm only telling Stanley this because everything is pointing towards the upside, right? The last thing you want to do is close out for a sell. I mean, close out for a loss. And then as soon as you close out, it just shoots all the way back up. And I would only feel comfortable at this because the confirmations are starting to check out. But let me just delete this real quick because I don't want to get confused with the colors. Let's see. Yeah, so Stanley's positive 150 for the day and almost negative 500. All right, so yeah, that's good to know, Stanley, because the problem with that, if you're down, let's see, you're down 450. I mean, you should still be fine holding the position down here, but you're gonna get really close to your max loss. So I probably wouldn't hold it past this position, or I'd probably close out somewhere here in the middle if price does come down this low. Because the main thing is like for you not to lose your account, right? If you take a loss, that's completely fine because you can bounce right back. But for the most part, you would need to preserve your account. That's going to be the main key. Let's see, other than that, see if I missed anything else. Oh, Rav, you didn't close out of your position either. So guys, if I ever move my position stop loss, I'm moving it for a reason, right? If I ever tell you guys that I'm moving in my stop loss in position, it's really up to you guys if you guys want to hold on to it. But if you guys want to have the same you know, results as me, you guys got to follow exactly what I do. So just keep that in mind, guys, in the future, right? It's fine if you guys are still in this position because I do think it's going to come back up. However, if I ever move my stop loss in profit, and I tell you guys it's risky, you guys should probably listen and do the same thing that I'm doing because, you know, you wouldn't be stuck in this position right here. And, you know, it sucks that you guys are stuck in the position, but we knew that this was going to happen. You know, from the beginning, we discussed that there was manipulation happening, and that's exactly what happened here. So just keep that in mind in the future. But main goal for you guys right now is to maintain your position and make sure that you guys don't reach your max loss if you guys are on FTMO. Because if you guys have a loss, it's completely fine. You'll make it back within the next couple of days, right? But if you lose your account, then that's going to be it for that account. So main key is just to be on point with keeping your account alive. Let's see. Dean said on MT4. Dean said on MT4 on the phone, can you Sorry, I'm trying to read your message here, Dean. Yeah, on MT4 on the phone, can you close partials of a losing position if necessary? Yeah, you just take a, I believe so. It depends on your broker, but I think on FTMO you should be able to. I haven't done it myself, but I've seen other people do it where they close out half of the position. Shawn Shaqui over here said just an idea, close half size now, let the rest run back. Maybe you'll be at break even by the end of the day. Yeah, that's something that you guys can do too. I personally don't like doing that because I never do it. But if you guys know how to do that, then you guys can. I've never hedged a position on MT4. I've done it on forex.com, but not on MT4. So I can't really advise you guys on that. Exactly, Dino, 100%. Yeah, like basically whatever I tell you guys during my analysis, they all mean something, right? I'm not just talking like BS. Like whenever I tell you guys that the market looks weird and you should probably move your stop loss and profit, or I tell you guys that like price is supposed to go up, but it just keeps going down, so you should be careful. Like those are like key words to be careful, right? Because the thing is, last thing you want to do is get caught in a position when it's going back and forth, how it is right here exactly, only to get scared and pull out with a loss, right? Because I've seen a lot of people where they get scared, they pull out with a loss, and then it goes all the way back to their profit target. So just something to keep in mind. Let's see, Jalon said, what do you do if you're close to the max loss in your account? Do you just trade smaller lots until you build it up? Yeah, for the most part, Jalon. I never really get to that position because I never really have, that many losses, or I don't really get to that point. But if I was in that situation, like you mentioned, so yeah, Jalon's pretty much asking, like, if you're getting close to your max loss, like, what would I do? Would I lower my lot size, or would I just continue trading it? For me, I would lower my lot size. So like, say for example here, I'm just going to give you an example, Jalon. So say you have like, because say if you're on a 200K account, your max daily loss is 10,000, right? But say that you're down, you only have 3,000 left. What I do is I'll put in the 3,000, I'll divide that by 3 trades. Because the thing is, I rarely lose, right? So if I could divide that by 3 trades, I need to have 3 back-to-back trades to blow my account, right? The thing is, we don't really lose that much. We probably lose like maybe once or 2 times a month. So I'll play my odds here and I'll go for this much risk per trade. And then as that increases to like 5,000, I do the same thing, divide that by 3. This is how much I could lose now. So as you can see, my lot size can increase as my account continues to increase. But like for what I was mentioning earlier for the daily loss, if your account is like 10,000, or you have a daily loss of 10,000 divided by 3, this is how much I could lose within a day. So it's the same theory. It's just you divide it by whatever you can lose. So yeah, I would definitely just I would just use it however, with as to like how much profit you can lose for that day. Stanley said, my pivots are different from yours. I need updated. Everyone has the same indicator, Stanley. Nobody has anything different. So I'm not sure how are yours different. Did you change the settings or something? Because there's no, everyone has the same, like you can't change the code. The code's the same thing, Stanley. If you want to send me a screenshot, I can see like what yours look like. Like, did you change the settings here, or because you can't, I mean, we don't have different indicators. We have the same exact one. Unless you change the numbers here, or if you have all these on right here, because you can just turn off 3, 1, and 2. It's the same thing. We're just hiding that one there. Let's see. Oh, hey, Bobby, let me see. Yeah, Bobby, so if you want to do the math yourself, so I'm not sure what your, like if you want to put your number in there, Bobby, you just put whatever you can lose, right? So say if you're like on, say if you're on a 50K account and the max loss you can lose for the day is 2,500, you just divide that by 3. And then this is how much you could lose per trade. And then it'll gradually increase as you continue to go. So you can do it however you want. Bobby, it's not that difficult. You just divide the number that you can, like how much you can lose by 3, so that you know that you have to, like you can lose those many trades back to back, which is probably not going to happen. Let's see. Scott said, hi, Shawn. Just an information question. What are the pivots trending? Are these just they're a combination of different things, Scott. they're not just moving averages. They're like, I mean, everything here is like a combination of different things. Like the momentum indicator is a combination of a bunch of other things. Everything here is it's very specific to determine, you know, which direction price is going. Like the trend meter down here, this isn't moving averages. This is different as well. So that's why we use different tools here for different confirmations for the trend. Like we use the pivots and we also use the trend meter down here. So they're a little different depending on like what you're looking for, but they're just not just moving averages. Yeah, no, exactly. Emma's asking how's US30 dropping so hard. No, I agree. I'm saying the same thing because the actual index right here is still completely green, right? Like it just doesn't make sense because like the entire index right here is completely green. Looking over here at this, the daily average, the daily average is still up 68 points. So it just doesn't really make sense why is it dropping so much. And that's why I didn't want to trade because this just, you know, it just screams manipulation like to me, right? And as price continues to drop, I'm going to continue to draw more, you know, liquidity zones for you guys. The price came down right here, came right back up. I think this is still going to be the main liquidity area. This might be another one right here. But these are the type of markets that you really don't want to be trading in because you could get caught in these traps. So looking at this right here, I think this would be the main thing that you guys should follow too. If this number continues to increase, this is just going to show you that a lot of retail traders are entering shorts. So as they enter shorts, you can expect this to have a bigger spike to the upside once they're done trapping enough people. But right now, there's just not enough, right? It's only 63%. Once this goes up to like 70%, 75%, you can start to see a big push to the upside. Let's see what else I'm missing over here. Sorry, I think I missed a question. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, no, exactly, Abraham. So Abraham said it's dropping to catch more sellers. I'm glad you mentioned this trade your trade stop loss and profit. Yeah, I'm glad I did too, because I would have been mad if I still held on to this. Sorry, I think I missed a couple questions up here. Let me see if I missed anything. Guys, if you guys asked a question and I missed it, just put your question back in the chat. I'm scrolling back up, but I think I'm missing. Oh, Randy. Okay, so Randy over here is asking, would you explain how you determine liquidity zones? So Randy, the reason I was able to identify this as a liquidity zone is because, so if I hide this, so as you can see, price swings down and then it swings up, right? So this would be the swing up in the opposite direction. The reason I was able to identify this as a liquidity zone is because when people enter trades like this, where it swings down, generally, like this is what people are generally taught. They put their stop loss at the previous swing, right? Which would be right here. So this is how I consider this a liquidity zone, because if people's stop losses are around this area, when these stop losses get triggered, price spikes up, right? Because it goes on a stop loss hunt. So that's why I identified this as a liquidity zone. And that's why it's important to watch until price reaches above here. Again, same situation here, price swung down, swung back up. This would be another liquidity zone, because if people enter a sell right here, their stop loss is going to be right above here, right? So if price reaches this point and price reaches this point right here, you know, just using this hypothetically, if price reaches this point over here, people get stopped out, right? When people get stopped out, it spikes up higher. Again, right here, it stops people out again. And then this is how stop loss hunts happen. So I'm sure you guys have heard that term before, a stop loss hunt. Stop loss hunt is basically when a lot of people's stop losses are getting triggered. And the reason why I know there's a lot of people here with their stop losses is because looking at retail sentiment, you can see the majority of retail traders are short. So if there's 63% of people who are short right now and their stop losses are in these areas, this is going to be a big area of liquidity. So when their stop losses get triggered, that's when you see price gain, is it just shoots up pretty high, right? And that's how I was able to identify it. So again, right here, another possible area of liquidity. So price swung down right here, swung back up. This might be an area of liquidity. I'll just draw it right here just to identify it. No guarantee that it'll swing up from there, but you guys will see. So like, for example, here, price swings above here, and then you see it swing up higher. So if you see price swing up here and then it swings up even higher, that'll confirm that it was a liquidity zone. So something to just keep in mind. All right, let me scroll down and see what else I missed. Yeah, Al said every time I change the pivots on one time frame, it changes to the other. I want 4 pivots on the 10-minute. So so Al, in order to do that, it's because you have everything on one chart. You have to open different tabs. See how I have different tabs up here? I have a tab for the 10-minute. I have a tab for the 3-minute, and I have a tab for the 1-minute. You have to have different tabs to set that up. Because the thing is, if you just have one tab, it's going to keep changing every time you go from time frame to time frame. So what you need to do is just go to your 10-minute, click this drop down, click new chart layout, and then it'll give you another tab right here. So if you click this right here, you get a brand new tab right there. And that's how you would have different settings per tab. Let me scroll down real quick and see what else I missed. Vincent's asking, how do you color your zones? So you just click on the zone, and then the color icon will be right there. You just click on, I mean, whatever color you want. If you want pink, just click on pink, or click on red and just lower the opacity, or however you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that opacity? And that's how you set it up. For me, I have it set to red, and I just lowered it. So like, for example, right here, I have it set to 18%. If you have it really red, like 100, it'll be red, but I have it set to 18%. So if you want it exactly like mine, just click on the red, change it to 18%. That's how you'll have the same exact color. See what else I'm missing over here. Oh. Oops. My phone is ringing. My phone is on silent. Anyways, let me scroll down a little bit and see what else we're missing over here. Go down a little bit. Yeah, no, exactly. So like Stanley said, I had a feeling that was going to happen because everything was green. They love to do that, you know, exactly. And that's why it's important that, you know, if you guys listen from the beginning of the session, I mentioned that when everything is like super green like that, so the market opened and it was up like almost 200 points, right? If it's really one-sided like that, there's usually some sort of manipulation going on in the market because it shouldn't be opening that high. And looking at current price right now, see how it's swinging back up. So like, guys, check this out. Remember how I mentioned that this was a liquidity zone? See this big ass candle right here? It was because the liquidity got triggered. Everyone's stop loss got triggered and it spiked it up. So here's an example right here, Randy, if you're like looking at my explanation from earlier. As soon as price got to this point right here, it spiked up like super heavily because everyone's stop loss is getting triggered. Right there. Show about 100 pips. Let's see this real quick. Freaking mouse died. Fix this real quick. Oh wait, my mouse is dying. Yeah, it's dead. Hold up 1 second, guys. Trying to find my charger. Here goes my mouse. All right, anyway, so like looking at this right here, the liquidity got triggered, right? So if you guys have been following my liquidity zones, I mentioned if price was to close above here, it was going to spike up, right? Now you got to look for if price closes above here. If price ends up closing above here, you'll see the spike up even higher. So something to keep in mind, but it played out exactly like I mentioned, right? It just, this is why it's important to understand like what's going on in the market and what to look out for. So let me scroll down a little further, see what else I missed. Patrick said, Shawn, on the long and short drawing tool, is there a way to preset? I wish there was, Patrick. I try to look for that too, but there isn't a way to do it, unfortunately. I mean, there probably is a way, but I just don't know how to do it. But I mean, that's a good question. That's probably something that someone should advise to TradingView, right? Because I try to do this and I try to do save as default, but it doesn't do anything. So I've tried it before. Unfortunately, there's not an option that I'm familiar with. So you guys can see how price is starting to shoot up, right? Hit liquidity right here. All the stop losses are getting triggered and starting to push up to the upside. Let me see what else we got over here. Van Hartwig said, Shawn, I have a question about FTMO. When I make 2 trades a day, and I have drawdown of $500 in both trades, will the maximum daily loss add up? So the max daily loss only includes your losses for in total. So, like you mentioned, you have 2 trades for the day. Say if you have 2 trades if those 2 trades are running at the same time and you're negative 500 on both, so your total negative equity is 1,000, then that becomes your max daily loss. It's that 1,000. However, if you have 1 trade, you go to negative 500, then you make 500, and then you take another trade and you go negative 500. Those don't stack up. They only stack up if you're running at the same time, like basically whatever your max equity loss is for that day. If that makes any sense, Ben Hartwig, because I know it is confusing for a lot of people, and that's why I only take 1 position at a time. Because if you take multiple positions, that's how you you start to make mistakes in identifying, how much max loss you have for the day. Yeah, Brian said on the Dow Jones index, it gapped up big this morning. It looks like it was manipulated to close the gap. No, exactly, Brian. I agree 100%. And that's what I was mentioning before. So when market opened right here, like it was just gapped up so heavily, right? And you guys saw the index over here was super high. So that's why that big manipulation happened. And then it came all the way back down. And now it's going right back up to where it's supposed to go. Other than that, let's see what else I'm missing. Michael said, Shawn, for FTMO, if they take their 30% split after the end of the month and it leaves yours in for the next month, do they? Yeah, so they only take 30% of, well, they take 30% of whatever you take out. So they don't take their 30% until you take all the profit out, Michael. So say, for example, if you make 10,000 this month, right? And then next month you make 30,000, and then you want to take 40,000 out, that's where they take the 30% off that total 40,000, not off of, like, you can't just keep leaving it in there and letting it grow over time. I mean, you can leave it in there and grow, but they take the 30% whenever you pull out for a withdrawal. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out right here. So let's see the same exact circle that I drew earlier. Liquidity zone getting triggered. So this is what I was telling you guys, right? If you guys could hang on and wait for these areas that I drew here, this thing shot all the way back up. So everything that I analyzed this morning played out exactly how I said it would, right? Look at price go up right here. Liquidity zone, push to the upside. Liquidity zone, push up to the upside. Another liquidity zone. What do you think is gonna happen from here? Push up to the upside. I should have hopped into this. I wasn't paying attention though. But it's doing exactly what I mentioned, right? So I didn't even look at it. I drew this up. I told you guys what was gonna happen, and everyone's stop loss is getting triggered now. Look at the numbers over here. Yeah, you see that? It went from 63% to 62. Guess what happened to the 1%? They got stopped out. And that's why you have this big push right here. So if you guys listen to what I'm telling you guys, like everything I'm telling you guys makes sense. Like I've been doing this for 3 years. I've been trading US 30 every morning for 3 years. So I understand how the market moves. Like this is like, it's like solving a puzzle that I've already solved like 100 times. It's the same thing happening over and over again. So right here, price didn't close above it. So no liquidity, right? Price needs to close above it. Let's see what else we're gonna do over here. Scroll over here real quick. Damn, Stanley said, I don't see it coming up anytime soon. But you said that about 5 minutes ago, and look what happened, Stanley. This is why it's key to be patient and use proper risk. Because if you guys could hold on, look at this big push up to the upside. It did exactly what I said was gonna happen, right? Yeah, Randy said, very interesting about that liquidity zone. Thanks for the thorough explanation example. Eric said, I took the buy almost at TB1. Nice work, guys. Yeah, there was actually a lot of buys here, and there was a buy right here as well, but I didn't take the trade. Because like I mentioned, it's just too risky right now for me to take any trades. But there's a 3-minute. I'm thinking about maybe hopping into this for a quick little buy. So I'll lock in a little something. It's just hitting a bunch of liquidity right there. TP should be 354. Just gonna let it push up a little bit. Nice. Yeah, so Eric just hit his TPs right there, TP1 and TP2. Nice work. Yeah, Talanji said analysis on point as always. Damn. Yeah, it did exactly what I mentioned, right? It hit their liquidity zones and it just shot up pretty heavily. So now it closed above here. You probably expect it to push up a little bit higher, but I mean, I don't know how long it'll push up for. So just something to keep in mind. Vincent's asking, sorry, I missed how you can make the horizontal rectangles colored in, which indicator? There's no indicator right here. There's a tool right here you can use, Vincent. Just go right here to geometric shapes, go to the rectangle, draw a rectangle right there, and you can change the color right there. It's pretty simple. And that's how you would do it, Randy. I mean, not Randy, Vincent, sorry. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, no, I mean, if you guys close out with some profit, that's completely fine. But you know, it's just gonna, I don't know where price is gonna go now because we already passed all the liquidity zones right here. So there's not really, I don't have a specific point where it's going to, you know, where it's gonna be done. So if you guys want to pull out now, I mean, this is probably the best time for you guys to pull out because you guys are already in profit. Nice. Yeah, Talanji said, I took my profit when you did and double dipped that entry. Drop almost made him puke. Exactly. No, I agree with you, Talanji. It is risky, bro, if you're holding on to something like that. All right, so we have possible buy signal right there on the 10. See if I missed anything over here. Jeff said held through all what Jeff said held through all that drawdown. Where do you think price will go? Honestly, I really don't know, Jeff, because the thing is that we already broke all the liquidity zones here, so we don't really have any other areas for it to push to. I mean, the next thing I could probably see is this TP here on the 3-minute. This is probably going to be the next area where you can enter or where it'll probably shoot you. And just put a and I actually entered this position right here. So I actually took this. I took it for like a partial entry though. So let's see. And it actually closed me out already. So let me send you guys my profits. It closed me out with sorry, 1 second, guys. Yeah, grab this real quick. My dog is outside. Let me see. Is that I'm trying to find where my dog's at. My dog is outside my door. But here, let me send you guys my profits for this. All right, so it's about to hit TP. 1 second, I think my dog's outside. There you go, TP, guys. All right, guys, so just hit TP. Let's see. There you go. Boom, full TP. Man, this market's crazy. Hopefully you guys locked in some profit off that. Sorry, I'm trying to find my dog. My dog's supposed to be outside my door, but I keep opening the door. He's not there. Anyways, let me just send another little update here. 3-minute. I'll send you guys my profits as well. All right. And then let me send you. I took a small profit off that because, like I mentioned, I Oh my God, they're on the wrong floor. Okay, let me just show you guys that. So big push up right here, and you guys can see huge push. Let me just take a screenshot of my profits, and I'll send you guys what I made off that. So not bad. I should have held on to it. The problem is like FTMO and TradingView have different pricing. So I mean, I locked in some good profit. It just wasn't where I kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to be above 1,000, but there's no need for me to get greedy today. So looking at this over here, this all right. Where's my dog? What's up, Cody? You guys probably hear my dog's messing in the background now. Finally made his way in. All right, so looking over here, guys, this is what I locked in. Okay, so I locked in about 709 off this one, and then mother account 709 as well. So definitely some great profit there. Some more profit at K2 US 30 scalp. So it's 7:32, guys. I'm gonna see if there's anything else for us to take. If not, we're just gonna call it a session because it's getting close to my my time to get offline. So let me just post this up real quick, and I'll show you guys what everyone else locked in today. So let's see. Looks like everyone did pretty solid so far with these trades here. No losses for this entire week. It's been amazing. Past 2 weeks, actually. So no losses for the past 2 weeks. All right, sent that out right there. And I'll show you guys everyone's profit. So scrolling up right here, you can see the timestamp where it says today. Kyle over here locked in a total of 297. Nice work, Kyle. Kevin Lim over here locked in 1,977. Great work, Kevin. Maria over here locked in a total of 660. Nice work, Maria. You know, it doesn't matter if you guys have a big account, small account, you guys can still profit here regardless. Van Hartwig over here locked in a total of 1,230. Great work, Van Hartwig. Andy over here locked in a total of, Andy locked in a total of 4,636, all wins, no losses. Great work, Andy. Rav over here locked in a total, wait, what happened to your account, Rav? Oh, you got close to your max loss. Wait, that doesn't, how did that happen, Rav? I'm trying to figure out how did this happen right here off yours. Because the thing is, if your max loss for, you're on a 200K account, right? You're 200, if you use a proper lot size and you entered at the proper place, I think you might have entered late. Because the thing is, if you entered here, so like say, for example, you took a 10 lot, right? Which is what I normally take. Your max loss is 10,000. So I'm just going to show you the basic math here to show you exactly like what happened. Because if you entered right here, let's see, 630, I forgot what the entry was. Like right here, the farthest that it dropped from this point was 840 points, or 840 pips, right? So 10 times 840, you'd have an 8,400 pip drawdown or $8,400 drawdown, but your max loss is 10,000. So I'm not sure if your math is done correctly, Rev, or if you took it at a wrong time, because you should have still had a lot of space there to take it. I did see that you had a loss right here, but this would have put you into some profit. So I'm not sure exactly like what happened with your account right there, but everyone else did perfectly fine. I'm just not sure. You know, we'll talk about this privately on in DM, but yeah, I think your max loss should be different. 7,000, because even if this is euros, your profit should have been a lot different actually. Yeah, and we'll have to talk about that another time, Rap. So let me just scroll down real quick. Jay over here locked in a total of 2,399. I mean, it's unfortunate, Rap. Looks like you're the only one that had a loss here because everyone else has a straight profit here. Let me scroll down a little lower. Andy over here locked in a total of 2,518. Nice work, Jose. Patrick locked in a total of 8,815. Nice work, Patrick. And Patrick says he's going to call it a day too. Yeah, if you guys don't have to trade, I would just call it a day. If you guys made your profit back. Justin Bugay over here locked in a total of 105. Nice work, Justin. Kyle over here locked in a total of 755. No losses, straight wins. Nice work, Kyle. Fahad here locked in a total of 3,074. Nice work, Fahad. My cousin Andy again over here locked in a total of 2,518. Nice. Jamie locked in a total of about 1,000. Nice work, Jamie. My brother Justin over here locked in about 3,000. Nice work, Justin. Young over here locked in a total of 1,725. No losses, straight wins. Clyde over here as well, locked in about 1,000. Nice work, Clyde. Going over here to the other chat. So we have a lot of profits here to share. Angela locked in a total of 425. Nice work, Angela. Kip locked in a total of 16,367. Nice work, Kip. Dre locked in a total of 355. Great work, Dre. Kip said back to bed. All right, cool. Definitely. I'll see you tomorrow, Kip. New levels over here locked in a total of 1,541. Nice work, new levels. Felix over here locked in a total of 161. Great work, Felix. Charlie locked in a total of 1,065. Nice work, Charlie. And you guys can see here, everyone here has a bunch of wins. So if you guys had a loss, maybe we can delve into that and understand like how did you guys take the loss? Why did you guys take the loss? For Rav, I think Rav has a different situation here. I'm not sure like how he was able to. I mean, it seems like he's the only one that took a loss here. So we'll go back and try to figure out what exactly happened. But otherwise, everyone else did pretty good. Scott here, just one accidental loss up there, but straight wins for 728. Nice work, Scott. Patricia here too. Patricia had a couple of accidental losses, but total win of 1,139 for the day. Yeah, exactly. Patricia said, not a good day to trade today. Exactly. I agree. For a total of 2,465. Nice work, Patricia. And she's done for the day too. Maddie over here as well. Maddie had an accidental loss, but a total of 2,239 in profit today. Adrian over here has a total of, I'm losing my breath. Too many profits here to read over. Adrian locked in a total down. It's crazy. He's up a ton of pips right there. So he's up a total of 1,956 for the day, currently with a trailing stop loss. Great work, Adrian. Michael locked in a total of 557, no losses, straight wins. Patrick again, 8,815. New levels, 1,843. Matthew locked in a total of 357. Nice work, Matthew. And I think that Charlie again right here. Charlie locked in a total of 1,234. Felix again, 205. C-Soup total of 2,163. So I guess I gotta take a break. There's too many profits to read. Yeah, some of this. All right, back to these profits. C-Soup again locked in a total of 3,458 in his other account. Dell locked in a total of 271. Great work, Dell. MA locked in a total of 5,906. No losses. Great work, MA. Cheryl locked in a total of 728. You guys can see these are all different people in the group. It's not just me who profited. There's a ton of people here. There's hundreds of people here in the K2 group who profited with those specific trades that we took today. Tim locked in a total of about 800. Nice work, Tim. So other than that, let's see. Owen locked in a total of 420. Great work, Owen. Let's see if there's anything else that we're missing over here. Isaac locked in a total of 300 for the day. Great work, Isaac. And let's see. 672 over here for Nareed. Nice work, Nareed. So you guys are killing it, Nareed. You and your sons, everyone, Casey, Terrence, they're right here. They're all killing. The whole family, the whole Long family is killing it. This morning, this week, this whole entire month. Nicola over here locked in a total of 470. Nice work, Nicola. Joshua over here locked in a total of 395 off his first account. His other account, he locked in 272. Great profits there, Joshua. Roman locked in a total of 3,184. Nice work, Roman. See if there's anything else here. Nico as well. Nico said, Shawn, I took the buy every time it broke your liquidity zones. It passed me phase one. So Nico literally passed his FTMO just taking these 3 liquidity zones that I drew right here. So I drew these 3 zones right here. Nico took it every time it broke, and he just passed his FTMO with one day of trading right here. He locked in a total of about 1,000, 10,000 actually. Sorry. So Nico, he literally just followed what I was, the advice I was telling you guys and explaining as to how price was going to shoot up. Nico trusted my analysis. He took it and he passed his FTMO with one day, like 3 trades right here. So he basically took that from down there, and it says 100 lots here, but his, or this isn't his FTMO. He's using a different funding company. That's why it doesn't have a .cash at the end. But this 100 lot here is actually 10 lots. Okay, it looks like he's using a mini or micro lot broker. So definitely great work there, Nico. Just pass your FTMO or whatever funding company you're using to pass, within just this 1 day of trading. So this is what I mean, guys. If you guys listen to what I say during the analysis, you guys can make something out of it, even though there's no entry there that I would have taken. Nico's been following me for like a couple months now, and he listens to everything I say. Every time I say price is going to go one direction, he capitalizes on that information, and then he locks in a ton of profit. So it looks like he locked in a massive, let's see. Yeah, nearly 1,000 pips right there for 3 different positions. So definitely great work right there, Nico. Yeah, Nico said, and this one from yesterday night, today was a good day. I was around 200K from the start of the day. Now I passed the challenge in 1 day. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, definitely, Nico. Glad to see that you passed. I know you've been trying for a while, but you finally you made it up there. See Maddie over here too. So Maddie locked in a total of 1,190. Nice work, Maddie. Hit his stop loss in profit. And then his other trade over here, he took another one, locked in 2,239. And then the last one over here, he had to throw in an extra 2,293. Nice work, Maddie. Stern said it might hit 35,500. No, I can see that definitely. Ryder actually already hit it, went past it. Definitely the liquidity got triggered, Stern. Patricia locked in a total of 2,465. Nice work, Patricia. Let's see. Oh yeah, looks like you got to pull out of this, huh, Stanley? Unfortunately, Abraham here locked in a total of 196. Nice work, Abraham. Leilani, she just started a 200K account. She locked in a total of 519 off her first account here. And then she took a couple more trades, locked in a total of 3,440. Nice work, Leilani. Looks like you'll be making your way up from there. Vincent said, started tweaking on the first one, so I sold. So he took a loss right there off the first one, but then we took the trade over here when it started hitting liquidity, and he made all that profit back. So Vincent's up a total of, he made a total of 1,410 off that last trade for a total profit of 861. Great work, Vincent. Other than that, I think that's it for now. If you guys have more profit to send over, go ahead and send them over. Otherwise, we will, we'll check here. Let me see. Rab, are you on a 200K count? I can't tell the difference because you're on the euros, so I'm not sure. I don't think you're on. I'm trying to figure out what you're. Yeah, I'm like curious. Why is your I think you might have to use different lot sizes, Rab, because your max day loss seems a lot. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna check the conversion real quick. Let's see, euro to dollar conversion. So your max day loss is 7,000. Yeah, that's so weird. So yours is a little different, Rab. You have to calculate yours a little differently because it looks like your max loss is only about 8,300. Yeah, 8,305. Our max loss is generally 10,000. So I could see why yours is a little different. You might have to lower your lot size. I didn't realize that they were different. They should have been about the same. But I could see why yours is a little different now, Rav. So that does make sense why your max daily loss was a lot closer. Yeah, and that trade really killed you, huh? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, so Rav, this is why, because I didn't know that you didn't tell me that the yours is 160K. So Cern over here is also in the UK. His is he's just confirmed that euro is 160K account. It's not a 200K account. So you actually had a different account size. That's so weird. Yeah, because if you traded with the US dollars, you would have had more a bigger account. But yeah, Cern just confirmed here that you have a different account size. It's for euro, it's 160K, which is kind of weird. Or no, USD 200K. Okay, no, okay, that makes sense. So it does make sense, but I'm not sure like why your profits are different, Rav. You might want to reach out to because I still don't understand like why you would have. Yeah. Hey, Stern, are you on FTMO? I know you're here on the live session, Stern. I'm not sure if you're on FTMO, so maybe you could connect with Rav here because Rav is also from the UK, but I thought it would be the same the same different profit requirement, because it looks like yours are different. If your max loss is 7,000 euros, then it's only 8,000 USD, which is, I don't know how that works for me personally. So Rav, what I recommend is probably just reach out to Sir, and he's in the group here. If he can, maybe he can tell you exactly what lot sizes he uses, because it looks like you might have to use a different lot size. All right, cool. So let me just see what else we got here. Patricia took a gold trade, locked in a total of 780. Nice work, Patricia. Patricia again over here, Tim over here as well. And I think that's it. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Surin. So Rav, Surin said he'll reach out to you, or you guys can just message each other to figure out, what lot size you should be using. Because if your max loss is less than ours, then you should be using a smaller lot size. But I had no idea that it was his name is Surin. So look in the chat over here, Rav, in the premium chat, just search Surin, and you'll find him in all of the groups over here, or you could just type in as well. So just search over here. You could go over to the the trade talk, and then you can just search Surin, and you'll see he's right there. So thanks, guys. Thanks for helping each other out, because I'm just not familiar with the whole euro conversion. All right. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Bobby said, man, you got a crystal ball. Not laughing at you, laughing with you. Yeah, no, Bobby, if you want that tax book, message me on Telegram and I'll send it over to you. So just send it, message me wherever on Telegram, and then I'll send it right over to you. Rahil over here, he locked in a total of 4,107. Great work, Rahil. Yeah, I'm not going to take any more trades, guys. It's getting close to 8. I know that you guys saw this 1 minute trade right here. I'm not going to take it myself, or maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in the next couple of minutes or so. But I'm probably not going to take it because it's getting too close to my log off time. Also, one thing that I want to look at is the fundamentals. Are they still bullish? Actually, it's still really bullish here. Retail sentiment, 65% short. Actually, I might take this trade here. It looks like I took it. All right, so I'm actually in this 1 minute. Let me see if I can set my TP over here real quick. TP's at 354. Man, this pricing difference sucks here for for trading between M24, because I enter the position, but it's like not even giving me much room for profit there. So I'll just leave that right there. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. But if not, I mean, it's fine for you guys just to hold off, because it is a bit of a risky trade. Reason for that's because it's currently established like this area right here. It looks like it's some sort of resistance around this area. So it is a bit risky. So I don't recommend you guys enter it. If you guys want to, feel free. But I do consider it to be a bit of a risky trade. One reason is because it looks like the spread here on MT4 is a little bit wide. So you guys might get caught in the, when you enter the trade, your entry might be like way above here already, like way past the actual TP point. So it's something to be careful with. So I don't really recommend anyone take it. If you guys do take it, just take it with caution, take it with a smaller lot size, or make sure that you exit at the proper time. Because the last thing you want to do is enter a position for no reason and then get caught in some massive drawdown. So other than that, yeah, Randy said, take it, but don't you take it. Oh, well, I'm too late. I'm in for the ride. No, exactly. The only reason I thought it was going to swing up from here is because I look at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are still very green. They're up 142 points. Looking at retail sentiment as well. Retail sentiment is 65% short. So I could kind of see it still pushing up slightly, just enough to hit it, or to just push up to where it needs to go. But other than that, it's just going to be a little bit of a risky move. So other than that, let me see if there's anything that I'm missing here. I think that's it for now. All right, let me just scroll over here real quick, and then I will. So let me scroll up. Sorry, I got like a bunch of messages here that I missed. Let me just try to scroll up a little bit. Scroll down a little bit. Sorry, guys, I missed a lot of these questions here. Jeff said help with the drawdown. Same for Longy. Yeah, exactly, Stanley. So Stanley, he was able to minimize his losses pretty heavily. So definitely glad to see that, Stanley. Just bounce back with it tomorrow. Yeah, Nico did make a lot of profit off that. Scroll this real quick. Definitely, Angel. Yeah, I'm glad to see a lot of you guys profit off that other trade earlier and off those liquidity zones. Yeah, it is up 140 points. Duggan mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, make some profit off that. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm at the position already. Like I mentioned, the price is different from TradingView and MT4. So yeah, okay, cool. Because I was trying to make it above 1,000. I hate making less than 1,000 a day. I mean, you know, as cliche as it sounds, like a lot of people are like, oh, like 1,000 is like a lot. But for me, I'm so used to doing it daily that I get upset when I don't make 1,000 for the day. So I made 1,000 per all my accounts. Let me just send you guys a little update here. Okay, let's see. All right. So now I'm good enough to call it a day. It's about to hit TP anyway. So if you guys held on to it, it should be good. but I like I mentioned, TP the profit for not profit, the pricing for MT4 is a little different from TradingView. So it actually pulled me out a little early. So full TP for 1 minute. So and I'll send you guys my profits right here. So like I mentioned over here, I like whenever I say I'm going to take a trade, guys, I actually do take it. So I took it right here, locked in 490 off that. So I'm up about 1,163 for this account. And then this account over here, I'm up 1,263. So both accounts right here are pretty nice. Locked in, nice. Last minute. US 30 profits before I log off this session. All right, so I'm happy with my profits for the day. And I'll show you guys what I locked in for the entire week. So I'll just add up all my profits for the week and I'll show you guys where I'm at right before I log off the session. So let's see, Kyle over here too, he took some positions there. Rahil over here locked in 4,107. Great work, Rahil. Kyle over here locked in a total of 1,074. No losses, straight wins for the day. Patrick too. Patrick said Shawn is just a bad influence. So Patrick actually hopped into that position too, and he locked in 750 for a total of about 10,000 for the day. Great work, Patrick. You killed it. So this is why it's important that you guys understand the strategy and like what we're doing here. Because if you guys understand, you know, what we're doing here, you guys can easily hop into these positions and not be scared. Joshua over here locked in a total of 709. Nice work, Joshua. And then his other account, 430 right here. Great work, Joshua. I'll be posting up your profit shortly. So if you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to be logging off within a few minutes now. Let's see what else did I miss over here. Just going to scroll down a little bit. Yeah, Christopher. Christopher said, man, everyone's eating. Love it. Thank you, Shawn. You're the man, bro. No, definitely. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here killing it. Let's see if I missed anything else. Okay, I see. So so I think the pricing difference here was that sorry, I'm just gonna let you guys discuss amongst each other because I do see some of you guys talking about the sterling versus the euro. So I'm not sure if like yeah, I'll let you guys discuss with each other because I'm not sure exactly you know, the different lot sizes for your account, Rav. Sorry, I'm just going down the list over here. Okay, Abraham said, I have no idea how you have patience holding a trade. I took the trade, closed in profit. LOL, took trades with you at home, and now I'm at the office for a bit. Got a trade here too. Yeah, no, exactly, Abraham. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. I'll show you guys what I locked in for this week so that you guys can see what we locked in. Faiz over here, he had a couple accidental losses. Total wins for the day is 4,745. Great work, Faiz. So for me here, guys, if you guys have been following me all week, I haven't had any losses this entire week. So I'll just add up, you know, from each day. So from today on this account, I locked in 1,163 plus 1,263. So that's 2,426 right there. I'm gonna scroll back to yesterday. Yesterday, I locked in a total of 2,188. And then mother account 2,288. That's 6,902 for this week so far. The day before that, right over here, locked in a total of 1,554 plus 1,654. It's about 10,000 for the week so far. And then on Monday, locked in a total of 2,008, and on the bottom 2,308. All right, yeah, so no, that's about it for this week right here, it looks like. Yeah, so for this week in total, you guys have seen, full transparency here. These are all my trades that I've taken. I only took about 3 trades today, locked in a total of 14,426 for this week so far, which is not bad. It is Thursday, so tomorrow is NFP. I might not even trade tomorrow because I'm already happy with my profits for the week. And you guys can see we had no losses for this entire trading week. I've done everything live, so you guys have seen everything from start to finish. And yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. So let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here before I log off. Let's see, Andre said his second trading day ever. Andre logged in a total of 609. Great work, Andre, killed it. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here. Let me check out the Zoom. Yeah, exactly, Scott. So Scott said that 1 minute scalp, was it on London high, making it a bit risky? It was, I don't know how close it was to the London high. Now the London high was actually way down here, Scott. So I don't think that's not necessarily what made it risky. I think what made it risky was that it was overextended. So what happened was it pushed up right here. Generally when it pushes up like that, it has to retrace a bit, right? It'll retrace, consolidate, and then possibly break out to the upside or the downside. Looking at the fundamentals over here, fundamentals are still in the green. It's up about 142 points. The actual index over here is up heavily as well. So for the most part, everything looks pretty bullish. Also looking at the retail sentiment is 65% short. So I do think it's going to keep pushing up higher and higher. It's just going to be a matter of time. But one thing to keep in mind is that we do have the Fed speaking in about 2 hours. So in about 2 hours, you guys want to be careful, not really want to trade during that period. So other than that, I think that's it for the profit so far. Isaac over here locked in a total of 313. Great work, Isaac. Let me see if there's anything else that I missed here. Scott said I modified the times for my time zones. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think if you edit the times on there, Scott, it might be a little different. So I'm not sure if yours looks different from mine, but my London high is like way down here. So yours should probably be way down here as well. Or I don't know, maybe mine's messed up. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But looking at this right here, it looks proper to me because the London high was right here and that's where the line is, right? So this should be where your London high is at. Because once price broke above here, this was already a New York session because New York opened right here at 530. So Vincent, if you want to look at how to draw the liquidity zones, just rewind this after I'm done off this live session, just rewind it to where I explained it. Because I did explain it like 3 times earlier. So just make sure that you go back and watch it there. I'm not going to explain it now because I got to get offline. It's already 8 o'clock. But if you want to go and see how I did it, I actually explained it a while back. So if you go back and just rewind the replay from the beginning and just watch where I drew those liquidity zones, because I explained it a couple of times. I can't explain it now because price is already up here. There's like no way for me to really explain it. It would have to be where I gotta have to do it live because we'd have to see where the market sentiment is. And then we would also have to see as price is moving down so that you can see it real time. So if you want to see how I explain it, just rewind this live session once I get off, and then you can see where I explained it. Because I explained it about 3 times. You can probably just rewind it to around this period here, around like 7 o'clock. Because this is where I was drawing it live. And then you can see exactly where it was drawn from. So other than that, guys, I think that's it. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and email me or send me a message on Telegram. I'm actually going to be out of the office for the entire day today. I'm going to Universal Studios. So I got to get off this session right now. I got to drive up to LA because the park opens in about 2 hours. So I'll see you guys for the rest of the morning. If you guys do have questions, feel free to reach out. I don't recommend you guys really trade for the rest of the morning because there's a lot of news this morning. So if you want to trade Forex, just keep in mind that the Fed is speaking for the next like 4 to 6 hours. So there's no point in trading the rest of New York session. Bostic speaks at 10 and then Daily speaks at noon. So this whole rest of the New York session is going to be risky. I don't recommend you guys trade it, but if you guys want to, feel free. just remember to use proper lot sizing and to manage your risk properly, just in case. So other than that, have a great rest of your morning, guys, and I'll see you guys